I'm Mike.
And I'm Adam.
And this is Stuff and Waffle. Two friends talking about stuff, and often as not, waffling with frequent reference to Bond cars.
Right, we're back in our happy place this week, aren't we?
It's a very happy place that we have here. As we say, our little oasis of calm.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
And it works very well. It does, indeed.
It really does.
And also, I mean, it works probably a little more for me at the moment because I'm coming into this with the 9-7 lead, you see. What a funny little noise
lucky.
You made. But yeah,
You've been lucky.
Yeah.
That's all it is. You've been lucky.
I've lucked into a commanding lead. Yes, that's right. So
I didn't say anything about it being commanding.
No, but I did, so it's fine. I might be overstretching that a little bit. So, on the topic of two truths, one lie, it's my turn to furnish you with some statements this week.
You're going to fire things at me this week. Yes, let's see what we've got.
Okay. So, do you have your electronic implement ready in which to record said statements?
My implement is prepared.
So, statement number 1. The Bugatti Type 41 Royale came with a matching custom-made elephant head radiator cap, sculpted by Ettore Bugatti's brother. In addition to this, it was also a bespoke set of luggage that cost more than the average house at the time.
Okay. There's quite a lot in there.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
The Bugatti Type 41 Royale. So let me just pick the detail out of that. So we've got an elephant head radiator cap.
Quite.
And something to do with luggage.
A bespoke set of luggage for the car that cost more than the average house at the time.
Okay. Okay. Oh dear. Again, if you've made that up, you've really put your back into it.
I see. Okay. You happy with that? Number 2.
All right. Yeah, I think I've got that. Yeah, number 2.
The Toyota Century Royal, built for the Japanese imperial household, features interior wood trim made from 300-year-old bonsai trees and has tatami mat floors woven by hand. But when I say floors, the car floor isn't made of tatami mats. It's basically the floor covering. Floor covering. There you go.
Your royal family's going to fall out on the road. You can't do that.
Floor covering.
I don't suppose anyone's ever said that before.
No, I don't think so. So, basically, some really fancy Japanese car mats.
Some really nice car mats. Yeah, really nice floor mats in there. Wow. Okay, we're going with very posh cars this week.
Those two are, yes.
No, the third one is not.
It is not. No. So, statement number 3. The Chevrolet Cavalier was briefly sold in Japan under the Toyota brand, complete with Toyota badging, despite being built in the US, which is actually kind of a reverse of the typical badge engineering.
You're going to have to give me that one again. Sorry.
That's okay. The Chevrolet Cavalier was briefly sold in Japan under the Toyota brand, complete with Toyota badging, despite being built in the US. So a bit of a arse about face badge engineering exercise.
Yeah. If it's true.
Quite. That's up to you.
Okay. It very much is, isn't it? I think, have we had a question before about the Chevrolet Cavalier? I seem to feel maybe we have.
We may well have, but we don't write these things down. So, well, we do at the time, but maybe not to keep.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, we probably should be keeping these because when we write our book about all of our adventures in podcasting,
we'll need to regale.
We're going to have to go back through all the
ones.
episodes and write them down. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, okay. Okay. So what have we got here? We've got okay, we've got Chevrolet Cavalier sold in Japan as a Toyota, despite being built in the US. If that's true, they must have been very disappointed with it.
Well, yeah.
Okay, that would be weird, but then we have come across weird kind of badge engineering stuff in the past, haven't we, where things have been done a bit backwards.
Yeah, it's entirely possible.
Okay. I quite like that they would try and palm off an American car on the Japanese as a Toyota. It should have been so obvious that Toyota didn't build it.
Yeah. It would have been staggeringly obvious, let's face it. I mean, not to say that, I mean, the Chevy Cavalier was a predominantly 90s vehicle, and we're going to have to be honest. Certainly, interiors of 90s Japanese cars were not high end.
No, that's true. Seems they use the name Cavalier as well, of course. Chevrolet being part of GM, Vauxhall also being part of GM. I assume it had nothing to do with the European Cavalier.
I'm not getting involved.
No, you can't say, can you?
I know the answer to that, but I'm not getting involved.
I'm just ruminating on a selection of weird and wonderful thoughts. Okay. Now, this here Toyota Century Royal wood from 300-year-old bonsai trees. I mean, do bonsai trees live that long? I don't know. I don't know my bonsai really. You're going to need a lot of them to trim a car because they're only little.
They are little, but I was. Should I help?
That's not practical. Surely you can't make it. You never get a single panel out of one tree. It's not like you can, mill it and then sand it and varnish it. You're going to have to.
Should I
somehow
help or not?
Laminate them together? That doesn't work. That's not practical.
Well,
I've spotted a flaw in this one. Much like the wood paneling, if it was made out of bonsai trees, it'd be full of, I don't see how that works.
I did do a bit of research into this because it worried me.
Well, you thought it might have been bobbins yourself.
Well, do you know what? I preempted the question again, aren't they small? But apparently they can grow up to 3 foot.
Okay.
Which
yeah, you probably make that work. Yeah, maybe depends how long the rear doors were. They like a large rear seat in Japan.
But you got to think fiddly, yes, but they're making a couple of cars for the imperial household, and that's it.
Granted, this is not.
This was never on a production model. This was for the Japanese imperial household.
Yeah, they're not making thousands of these things, are they? So they can probably put a bit of effort in. Okay. Okay, I'm not convinced about that one. Bugatti Type 41 Royale. Matching elephant head radiator cap and bespoke luggage that costs more than the average house. The luggage I can believe, because cars like that do have these fitted luggage sets. I mean, they still do it today.
Oh yeah.
I have in fact fitted luggage for my car. My rucksack that my laptop goes in, it fits beautifully, just down between the driver's seat and the rear seat. It's perfect.
I think that's a different use of the word fitted. Yeah.
Do you think?
Yes. I'm just having a guess. Yeah.
It works for me.
Yeah.
The elephant head radiator cap, I have no idea. I'm assuming we're not talking about a real elephant's head.
No, that would definitely impair vision, I would say.
That would obscure visibility, I would suggest. Yeah, especially if you got going fast and the ears came out, you wouldn't see a thing.
Yeah, that's your peripheral vision gone as well, then.
That's ruined. Positively dangerous. That is. You couldn't do that. Be wider than the car in those days.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know on that one, which is quite often the case with at least one of them for both of us, that we simply don't know. We have to take a guess. I keep coming back to the bonsai trees. That doesn't sit well with me. That I just don't think you would. Oh, I don't know. These royal families have some weird things built, don't they?
Yes.
Yes. It's tricky, this one. It's tricky. Yeah, they're all sort of plausible. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna say the Bugatti is true.
Mm-hmm.
The Toyota Century is false.
Mm-hmm.
And the Chevrolet Cavalier is true.
I see. Right, there we go. We've got our answers. We're locked in.
Yeah, I think so.
Happy days. Right, so now we need to find out, don't we? We need to do the grand reveal.
We do. Are you going to, for the first time, be 3 points ahead?
Oh, no, we're all right. Because I'm not scoring.
Oh, no, that's true. No, that's true. Yeah.
Yes. It's whether next week I have the chance to go 3 points ahead. That's the big question.
That's true. It's whether you stay 2 points ahead or we whittle it down to only 1 point ahead. Yes.
And that's what you'd like to know, isn't it?
Well, I think everybody at this point is going to be on the edge of their seats or beds or their steering wheels or wherever they consume our little pod.
Quite. Well, shall I put everyone out of their agonizing misery?
I can have a drink.
Are you? That's good. So I can reveal that the drink you're about to sip from will in fact be a celebratory drink. That is correct.
Hey,
there you go. There you go.
That's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. Very good.
That's how it's done, indeed. So yes, you were completely bob on. The Bugatti Type 41 Royale did indeed have a radiator cap in the shape of an elephant head, and it was indeed sculpted by Ettore Bugatti's brother Rembrandt. And yes, it did absolutely come with some ridiculous set of luggage that cost the earth.
Yeah, that was very believable because they still do. Why an elephant's head? Do you have any information on that?
No, I left it there. I was happy enough.
Okay, that was enough.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't need to proceed down that particular rabbit hole any further. Okay.
Very good. Right. The Toyota Century Royal.
What did you do with this?
So I lent on lots of Japanese things, and none of that was true.
No, that just didn't make sense.
The car is a real thing. They do have a century royal for the imperial household, and it is
I have no
indeed
doubt of that.
luxurious and ridiculously bespoke. But there's no bonsai tree wood or tatami mats in there.
Okay. Nicely done. Nicely done. Yeah.
I lent on a bit of Japanese things and see if you'd go for it.
It was plausible. But I don't know, something about the bonsai, it just didn't sit right. Much like bonsai trees themselves, they can be a bit wonky, can't they?
Yep. Chevy Cavalier, that's true. In the 90s, Toyota did sell a US-made Chevrolet Cavalier in Japan with Toyota badges as part of a trade deal with GM. It did not do well.
No, I bet it didn't.
No, that was a flop.
What is this load of rubbish they've sent us?
Yes. So while we did comment and say, yes, all right, the interiors of 90s Japanese cars were probably on par with some 90s American cars' interiors, the mechanicals and such like did not live up to the reliability one would find in a 90s Toyota.
That must have been a hell of a deal for Toyota to agree to that.
Yeah, that must have been something that they'd signed and went, oh, bloody hell, we got to do it.
See, there's a lesson in that for the current president. That's why.
Yes.
That's why other countries don't buy American cars.
Yeah, we don't want them.
No, they're not very good.
No, we can do a lot better, a lot closer.
We can do a lot better ourselves, even in this country.
Yeah. Or if we went further afield in the other direction and got some cars from China, they'll be better as well.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will.
Yes.
Yes.
Orange Gob has not got the hang of it yet, has he?
No, has no idea. Mental case. Right. Very good.
Very good. That
was excellent.
That was good. Yeah. So we're back at 9-8.
We've closed the gap once again. Oh, okay.
So next week. This could be a momentous one next week because I could get double figures, couldn't I?
You could.
Yeah.
Or.
No.
You could not.
No. I'm going for full optimism. The glass is half full, I'll have you know.
Is it?
It is. Actually, at the moment, it's considerably more because I've not drunk very much for that.
Okay, well, what's wrong with you? Get on with it.
Yeah, I'm terribly sorry.
Lovely stuff. Right, everything to play for next week then.
Yep, it rumbles on.
It does.
So, what also rumbles on is our conversation from last week. You dropped a bombshell, a birthday-based bombshell. And, well, we're going to need to know an update.
Well, we're deep into the research phase. We're not going to rush at this. We're not just going to buy the first thing we see. We don't do things like that. No.
Unless it's a red XF.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Might have done there a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. That was unusual.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. That was childish of me.
Yeah, but you can't resist things like that.
No.
No. You're not made to hold that in.
No, it'll hurt.
It would. Something that go twang. Yeah, all right. The old sport breakout there might have been a little bit of a rapid purchase, but that's not as special as this purchase. So,
no.
Granted. We're researching where we want to end up, and whether we're a 4 litre or a 4.2 or a 4.2R or a 5 litre or a 5 litre R or an RS. No, we're not doing an RS. We can't afford an RS.
Limey. No, that's not for you, I'm afraid.
No, I'm not sure we can afford a 5 litre R, to be honest. But we're just, we are We are considering the naturally aspirated. The problem, that's the XK8 and the later XK, and we are considering both variants because they both have pluses and minuses.
Yeah.
We're considering the full range. The naturally aspirated do have their appeal, not least because they're cheaper, but that's not the only reason. There are many variants to consider, and as I say, we're deep into the research phase. I think probably at this point a 4.2 R facelift is probably where we're at, but it depends what's out there.
That is the sweet spot. That's kind of what we honed in on last week, actually, isn't it?
It is. The only difference is that 4.2 R is available in both X100 and X150. The early X150s did have the 4.2.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
So it is either variant. The earlier ones, I mean, they are getting a little bit long in the tooth now. They can be a bit rotty.
That is the only downside. I mean, they win on price, but you do have to make sure you don't get one that's crusty.
They win on price, and frankly, they win on looks.
Yes, they do. Yeah, fair point.
But as you say, they do not win on structural integrity. Whereas the later ones, of course, are aluminium, so that is considerably less of an issue. Not sure whether it's a X100 or an X150. They're both tempting. They're not a million miles away in terms of price from each other these days, because the X100s have come up a little bit and the X150s have come down a little bit.
Okay.
The X100s, it's a much older car. That's, I think, my concern about it. I mean, it's, based on the XJS platform. The whole thing is inherently a much older design. The later ones were a clean sheet design. And there are some quite tasty ones out there for not a huge amount of money. We're deep into the research phase.
Yeah, awfully tempting, that, isn't it?
Well, I have seen, there's one that has stuck out to me particularly, which is shall I furnish you with a link, which is always good on a podcast.
Always. I mean, what I'll do, you send me a link and I'll try and paint a picture with words.
Oh, there we go. That's how that works.
Yeah,
yes, so...
I can't promise anything. I'm not much of a poet.
There you go.
There we go. So, yeah, I've got an X150, a Callum XK in front of me, a V8.
Yep.
5 litre.
Indeed.
What do we call that colour?
I'm not sure. Grey?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's
let's call it metallic grey.
Yeah, I think the light is being unkind to it in the first couple of photos.
Yes.
Yeah, that is quite nice, isn't it? And that is... I can... The one thing that I do like about this is when you get in it, it's not like the other one where you go in and go, oh, it's immediately forward.
Quite. Yeah, absolutely. It's much more modern interior, much more modern. That has the same infotainment and instrument panel as my XF because it's from the same era.
Yes.
So it's a much more modern proposition than the earlier cars, and I just think maybe in the sort of living with it category. The later one might be a little bit easier. The interesting thing about that one, it's a 5-litre V8, as you said, naturally aspirated, not an R, but it is a portfolio, which, again, my XF is a portfolio, which means it's slightly better appointed on the inside, and things like that. It's a little bit more luxury oriented than sports car performance oriented. I mean, it's still a 5-litre V8. Let's not lose sight of that. But just the sort of what's the word I'm looking for? The bias of it, shall we say, is a little bit more towards the luxury than more sort of savage performance that you certainly get from the 5-litre R.
Yes.
The 5-litre Rs, from everything I've watched and read, can be a bit of a handful. More so than the 4.2s. But the 5-litre naturally aspirated is, particularly in portfolio form, is just a little bit calmer. So I don't know. That's something to chew on. As you can see, price-wise, these are certainly more favourable.
It is agreeable price-wise. The only bit that bothers me is the smoking engine.
The smoking engine, yeah. Well, yeah.
Is that?
I'm not, saying this one specifically.
Okay, good, because this is... it might bother me that.
Yeah, this is obviously just an example, but yeah, the battle rages on really as to which X100 or X150 and naturally aspirated or R. The only fear I have about not going for an R would be that I would constantly have it in the back of my head that, oh, it's lovely and all, but it's not the R.
I didn't get my supercharger.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that. And last week you were almost adamant about the supercharger.
Yeah, I know, but research, can. Can, when you start looking at facts and figures, your mind can change. But I think, my preference would be a 4.2 R. Let me just send you another link.
Let's have a look. There's one.
Not dissimilar.
Not dissimilar
to what we were just looking at, but
you say, yes, it's got black wheels.
Yeah, but they're not original. Though you change that. But I think they are. I think they are the original wheels, but they shouldn't be black. No.
Yeah, that's dreadful.
Unlike on my current car, where the wheels should be black, on that they shouldn't be. So ignore that.
All right, for the purposes of browsing the rest of it, I'll stop looking at the wheels. Yeah, that's all right, isn't it? Cool.
Yeah.
I think it's got the wood inserts in the interior. I might be wrong.
Let me just remind myself.
That is some glaringly obvious wood.
Oh yeah, it has. Yeah, no, that was an option, but that is factory.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an option. You could have the very much in your face walnut trim. Yes,
it is.
I quite like that because it's a Jag.
I don't necessarily object. I was just quite surprised because it's quite a sort of stealthy. Like they've gone with the black wheels. They've got a full black interior, and then you start scrolling, and you go, "Wow, lively wood."
Yeah. It is quite lively wood. That interior shot also highlights another difference between the 4.2s and the 5 litres. The 4.2s have the J-gate Randall handle, as they called it, automatic shifter, whereas the 5 litres have the turny knob, such as I have in my XF.
Okay. Yep, makes sense.
The earlier cars had a Mercedes gearbox. The later cars had the ZF.
Yep. Fine. That explains that.
Yes.
But yeah, it is nice nonetheless. Change of wheels, job's good.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not, terribly worried about higher mileage on that one than 131,000. That's okay.
Oh.
Those AJ V8 4.2s were pretty bulletproof. I mean, they use them in everything forever. So
yeah, you're fairly safe, aren't you? That's a nice bit of kit. I mean, like there's no shortage here, is there?
No, there really isn't. So it's really sort of deciding which variant, and we may reach a point where I might have to park myself in one as a bit of a test drive to decide. Yeah.
Yeah, I said that's vital at this point, I would say.
Yeah. Although I prefer the looks of the earlier car, there is perhaps more potential for trouble with one of those, especially as for the foreseeable future, I can't keep it undercover.
Mm-hmm.
And we do live just by the seaside. So...
Yes. Yeah. Do be careful with that. But I never asked last week. Have you driven either before?
I have not. No, I have been in an X150. I have not driven one.
Okay.
No, I have not, which is hence my comment. I need to park myself in them.
Yeah, that's fair. Just was a hint of curiosity whether you'd been in any or behind the wheel of any XKs.
No, I've been behind the wheel of XJ, but not XK. As I say, I have been a passenger in an X150, but I have not driven one. I have also been a passenger in an XJS and a DB7, so I'm familiar with the cramped conditions offered by the earlier platform.
Yes, bit of a squeeze that.
Yes, it is. Yes, it's a very big car, very tiny cabin.
And how have discussions indoors progressed?
They haven't really. I've just been sat in the corner quietly doing my research.
So you've not brought anything new to the table. You've not had the discussion yet about fixed roof or not.
We've had a discussion along these lines of the various variations that are available, and that I was favouring the coupe rather than the ragtop. And I believe the comment that was made was, well, this is the car for you to have some fun with. So, yeah, okay.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I was expecting to have to get the popcorn and enjoy a bit of drama there, but none.
Not as yet. There is, of course, another convertible in the household, so it's not like we're looking to that.
I did point that out last week. So yes,
you did
all right.
Indeed.
You're all right for that. Okay, that's good. All right. I mean,
yeah,
it is progress, and I think I agree wholeheartedly that you do need to go and try them. No, but if at all possible, go somewhere where you can try them back to back.
That would be nice. I don't know if that's achievable. We'd probably need a dealer that had a couple.
Need a Jag
one
specialist.
Of each sort. Yes, I think so. We'll have a look at the ones that we favour. The one that we mentioned during the week.
I think
do have both in stock at the moment. I think. as we commented, they also have a very favourably priced S-Type R.
Oh God,
that's the fly in the ointment.
It is. I don't see Dawn backing down that much.
No, she hates it.
So there you go. Yeah. So I would say that's a.
And it's another family car.
Yeah, you're gonna have to work on your sales pitch there, and I don't
Which
think
we already have. Yeah,
I don't think you're a good enough salesman for that. I'm going to be honest.
Hey, now, come on here.
No,
don't be maligning the professional skills. But
it's
a tough crowd, I grant you.
Yeah. But yes, I think a trip to them, because they're not very far away, and yeah, I think we could be onto a winner there. But we'll keep everyone posted. We'll hopefully get you out in one or two. Actually, we want you out in both variants.
I think we need to check those out and see what's what. They are, although similar on paper, very different in look and feel. Yes, we'll see.
I think genuinely, I think your decision will be based on feel.
Yeah, probably.
Once you've popped yourself in there and done a bit of Tillermanship, that's when you can make an informed decision.
Of helms and rear there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awful.
Pushing the envelope in the upper reaches of the power band.
All of that. Makes you want to puke, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll try not to do any of those things. But
yeah, please don't do that. Oh dear. And
work in progress.
Work in progress. And yeah, don't say any of those things to any of the potential sellers, because that'll discuss them as well, and then the deal's off.
It's only going to put the price up, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. There absolutely no pulling of triggers when discussing deals with salesmen, please. And if they say it, walk away.
Oh, but it's just entirely unacceptable, isn't it? Yeah, we can't be doing business with people like that.
No. Awful. Can't do that. No. Okay, so that's a good update on that. Before we wrap it up, I think there's a worthy update on. We touched on various things to do with what will be your normal car once we've ticked this fun car off, haven't we?
Yeah. Which brings us to the other tab I have open in Auto Trader at the moment.
It's the one with the Model S's in, isn't it? I'm not going to indulge you and talk about that.
Well, there is some news regarding that, of course.
That's the bit I wanted to touch on, because if we get down the route of you buying a used one, then the inevitable jokes start, and that's like, but we're awfully busy. We need to finish this episode.
We do. We've got a lot on.
Yeah, you don't set me off.
Let's save that.
Yeah. Yes. We could do a whole episode on that. However, you are entirely correct. There is news. You might as well have at it.
Yeah, so this is it's not really news, because they've done it very quietly this week. But Tesla has withdrawn Model S and X from Europe.
Which is interesting.
Now, it was only available in left-hand drive, which obviously for Europe is fine, but for us was a bit weird, although people were still buying them. And there was only one variant of each still available in those markets, which was the triple motor plaid. Ridiculous nutter performance, less than 2 seconds to 60 version. Gone from Europe. So Models S and X will only be available now in North America. They were only ever built in California. They never built them anywhere else. But it's kind of a little bit of a I mean, it's not the end of the Model S, because obviously they will still be selling them in America for a while, but you've got to wonder how much longer. And Mr. Musk himself has said they only really make the Model S still for sentimental reasons.
I'm going to take that with a pinch of salt because it fell out of his gob.
Well, indeed.
Yeah.
But it's a bit of a sort of, almost a bit of a sad end for.
It's weird.
Whether you love it or hate it, you have to acknowledge it's a hugely significant car.
What I don't understand really is that why pull it from Europe? Like, if people are willing to buy it, then just send them over.
Yeah,
it's not like they're
stockpiling. No, maybe enough people weren't buying them.
Maybe.
I mean, the plaid version is quite pricey.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know.
Maybe it just wasn't worth it.
No,
to ship it over from the States. They never built them in Europe, the Berlin plant that only makes Model Y. So for my money, the Model S is still the best of the bunch. Always has been.
Well, it's absolutely the best looking car in their range.
Yes. I think everyone agrees with that.
Yeah. But yeah, I suppose, like I say, it is a pricey one, so.
It is. I mean, the sort of lesser variants of it, if you like, were done away with quite some time ago. It was only available in the top performance version. And yeah, it's a shame, really, because it was such a significant car, such an important car, very much the first of its kind. The first mass-produced long-range electric vehicle, the first, you could argue, electric vehicle that really worked in the real world, and that was a viable option for long-distance travel. Obviously, that was coupled with the charging network that came with it, but nevertheless, a hugely significant car that is kind of just being allowed to slowly fizzle away, which is a bit of a shame.
Bit of a shame. And it's massively interesting that neither of us have mentioned the Model X.
Yeah, I'm not really bothered about that.
No.
It was always a bit silly. It's too big, and the doors are too complicated, and they break all the time. And yeah, no. But again, Tesla themselves have acknowledged that the Model X, they overreached with it a little bit. They wanted it to be a bit of a kind of showcase of everything they could do, and it was just too complicated to manufacture properly, and they did have the doors caused endless problems.
I remember it caused Jimmy Carr a problem, didn't it? The doors.
Well,
there was
not so much him as the salesman who was trying to sell him the car.
That was it. Yeah, see, but Jimmy Carr managed to remove a door-ish during a test drive, didn't he? Yeah,
he did. Because he didn't realise it was still up, and I believe caught it on the pillar of a multi-story car park.
Yeah, he was reversing it back into a space or something, wasn't he?
Something like that.
I've appeared to have made your door fall off there. Sorry about that.
He did agree to buy one. I mean, obviously not that.
Not that one. No, that one's fucked.
That one's knackered. Yeah. But I'll have another one.
I'll just be more careful next time. Oh,
yeah.
Dear.
No, the X, and it's so big as well. I have been in an X. It is massive.
It's too big. I mean, don't get me wrong. The S was too big for this country. Let's face it. I mean, you know that. You had one.
I had one. You drove it. It made your Volvo V70 look quite small in the car park.
Yeah. It was the width on it that was the issue, wasn't it?
Yeah, the length was okay. It is wide. I mean, you make it work, but it is a big car. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the trouble is, like you say, only made in California, and no one in California knows what a British A road looks like.
They have no idea,
let alone a B road.
Roads like we have here even exist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So it is incompatible. In rural Devon, where we are, when a major route is blocked and you have to navigate yourself down a country lane, not a chance.
Yeah, it's a big old thing. But let's not get into the prices of used ones because I'll set you off.
Yeah, I know it's floating your boat, and
it is.
There is a strong argument for it, but the baggage it comes with is me.
Yeah, I can handle you.
But I'm unrelenting, so that's the bit that you've got to remember.
Occasionally, we have to talk about something else.
Okay. I'll shoehorn it into any situation.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that is a concern. However, there's been no pulling of triggers on that yet.
No. Fun car first. Come on.
But the story was, no more S and X in Europe, and will the US be far behind? Maybe not.
Probably not.
Which is, which in the case of the Model S, I think is a shame. But all good things must come to an end, I suppose.
Yeah. Everyone and their mum's buying SUVs, so keep showing out the Y, and then have the token gesture of the 3 there, and that's it. Job done.
Yeah, well, they're both everywhere. I mean, you see them every day.
You do. Yeah. But I tell you what, it's when you saw back in the day when you saw an S, it was an event.
Yeah, it was. It was.
But now when you see a Y or a 3, particularly with the newer styling, they've just become so generic.
Yeah, I think the restyling has improved them, but it has also moved them into the line that everyone else has taken.
Yeah, I think the previous versions, maybe don't look as good. I would agree on that. They looked more like Tesla. Now they just look like generic electric blob.
Yeah, there's an argument for that. I agree. I don't have any great love for the look of the 3 or the Y. I think they're a bit disappointing. I grant you, styling wise. I still think the Model S is the best of the bunch, and I still think seeing a Model S, for me at least, is still a bit of an event because you don't see them very often.
No.
The Model S is still quite rare.
I can't remember the last time I saw one.
I actually saw one yesterday, but it was the first time I've seen one in a long time, and it was a tourist because it had a roof box on it. So.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Oh, I tell you what, actually, I was just going to wrap it up there, but before we do, local car spots. Now, this one, I forgot to mention it to you earlier today because life got in the way.
It's been a busy old day. Yeah,
it has. But when you and I were driving yesterday, there was a car between us.
There was, yes. I was going to well remembered. Yes. I was going to mention this. Yes, it pulled out in front of me. Shall we say, in quite a spirited manner.
Perfect.
Yes.
Clearly on a getaway job.
It went round that roundabout at speed.
Yeah. They've definitely just been on the job.
All over the place. Yeah. Yes, definitely. We should reveal what it was.
Yes, we should. It was a brown Rover P6 V8.
It was. It was glorious, and it fired off down the hill and caught up with you very quickly.
It did. It was one of those ones I was like, what is that in the mirror? Oh, bloody hell, that's a P6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he swerved into the supermarket and was out of view. But yeah, he was giving it beans, shall we say?
He was. Yeah. No, that was.
He was.
That was a properly good car spot. Enjoyed that.
It really was. That was. I really enjoyed. Really rounded the day off nicely. That was lovely.
Absolutely lovely. But yeah, all right. Well, I wonder what we'll get next week. That's the true test. The bar's been set quite high there.
It has been set quite high. Where do you go from a Rover P6 V8? I don't know. That's tough. That's tough to beat.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to let's see what the car gods serve up for next week.
Maybe that little side road will fire out a Series 3 XJ and we'll both lose control.
Oh dear, that doesn't bear thinking about. No. Quick, stop. We can't. Bad thoughts.
V12.
Oh God.
Well, I think that's probably enough of that for this week. Check us out on all the various social medias and things. Thank you very much for listening.